We're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, let's close out another great week of football with a Sunday night primetime matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Throwing to start this game. That's caught. Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 11.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First down.
Year after year, the best offenses are
46-yard
multifaceted.
line.
It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Let's go. Set.
They go play action on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Set. Ready. 50. Green. Right. White. Set.
Throwing now. Thompson. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Picked by their rookie out of Florida State. Well, we all know this is a player who's proven that he can weather an early setback and soldier on. It's going to be tested again after his first series ends in an interception.
Yeah, that's right, Kate. You don't get mentioned as one of the league's better passers if you can't shake off an early turnover. Now, his defense got to pick him up.
First carry here for Ashton Genty. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffled around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Hut.
They're going to try and throw it here. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Green jack. Drill green. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Now the Raiders ready for the punt. And they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Punts away, and he really pulled out the lob wedge here. It is soaring high as they try to pin them deep.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with A-Chan. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. And they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Hunt.
Working now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. They'll take 2nd down behind the sticks now after that holding call.
Ready.
Back to throw. Here's Thompson. He'll drop this down to A-Chan. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve. Some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. He's going to run for it. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
Fields this one at the 3. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
On the ready.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
First play is going to be a give to Jency. There's the intensity we expected in playoffs. The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Ready, set.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Set, hunt.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got it.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 45.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Set.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
If you're keeping stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
And you love the effort on that return as he gets him all the way up beyond the 40.
Around 44-yard line.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Set. Hunt.
It's A-Chan. Inside give. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on. Set. Set.
Here's Thompson. That's caught. He found some space. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ready.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To throw. Thompson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Complete to number
Now the
88.
completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. To the right, and intercepted. Picked off by Darian Porter. And the Raiders are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line.
Well, the first one didn't end up costing this quarterback, but their defense, once again, is going to have to rise to the occasion to make sure they avoid this interception leading to the first points of the game.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Oh, the football's loose. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so they'll luckily hang on to possession. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, you got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Going to the ground again on first. And the stop is made after 4 yards. It's 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Ready. 50. Green. Ready.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Ready. Ready. Black 40. Set.
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Just kind of one of those moments sitting up here in the booth where you're like, man, if they're going to find a way to get the first points, somebody has got to step up. Just to not been able to find even that first completion yet. So whether it's running the ball, playing even better defense, they've got to pick their QB up somehow, some way.
And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Here we go. Set.
They run the counter to H.N. He's going to look ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front 7, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
Ready.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Come on. Set. Black. 95. Ready.
Throw here. 3rd down. Forced out to his right. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out.
That's good.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
H.N., a 1st down carry. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains in next week.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
This is our last play of the quarter.
Here we go. Black Ultra. Red 38. Black blue. Hut.
They'll air it out on third. He's got a man left. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Miami in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. And they've decided they're going for this on 4th and 1.
43. Ready?
They'll throw for it. Escapes the pocket. That one's caught inbounds and beyond the marker. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 red. 22 middle. Set.
H.A.M. running right. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much more exciting.
Ready.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. Running in the red zone. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
1st down and goal to go.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 33. Yellow. Set.
Trying to run it in. H.A. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
No gain on the
You know,
play.
Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Need better results here on 2nd and goal from the 10.
10 black. Hut.
Thompson back to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get the game's first points here in the 2nd. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Okay, right.
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we set. Hut.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Escapes the defender. Ooh, he made most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry?
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
Down. 12, 10.
Genty from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Las Vegas, first down.
Got it.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Here we go.
On the carry, this is Murray. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. First down play, that's him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5.
Set. Ready.
Giving this to Genty. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
6. 52 blue. Blaster. 6. Set.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And it's the same as a touchback here. This one down right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on, set. Ready?
They'll go play action. Taking a shot deep here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, but they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds his back. H.N. And this is going to be contained at the 25-yard line. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's caught for the first. Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps it moving. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pull that in front further, 13-zip. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
And when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14.
14. Raiders, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready? Set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Ready? 10 black. Hut.
Shotgun give here to Genty. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Line and set. Here we go, first down.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
Putting the tight end in motion. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Sunday night primetime on the other side. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready?
Dropping back to throw. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Dude, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week. And I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's red, yellow. 33, set.
3rd down from the gun. And that's complete. Here's Thornton. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Las Vegas first down.
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Raiders making a one-score game before halftime. Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Raiders cut the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Raiders 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Red, cycle, 52, ready?
They'll work against the blitz. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Black, 95. Ready.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And what a hit there. Alex, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
That's good.
And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Blue, 32. Set.
Throwing now, Thompson. On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Ready, set.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready, hut.
Throwing it again here. Here's a screen for Achane. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
60 red. 60 red. Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Waddle makes the catch. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43. Set.
From the red zone now. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. Ready.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. One of the biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Hut.
Back to throw. Here's Thompson. Mechanism holding up. They're able to drop it. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Aubrey puts it through, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Set. Hut.
Throwing now off the play action. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Block 40. Drill 52.
Here's Thompson. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's now 2nd.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. The trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
38. Hut.
Back now, pressure coming. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Complete to number 10.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Ready?
Throw here, 3rd down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line.
That's good.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Running left, here's Achane. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Come on, set. Blue 32. Ready.
Thompson now. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Slide through. Let's go. 45. Hut.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line.
And the Dolphins.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
1st and 10.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Ready.
Here's Achane up the middle. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready. Set.
He takes off with it. And he'll go down here at the 16. That one gains 7. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Let's go now.
There's a give for Wright. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Taken down
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And he's in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins making a 9-point advantage. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's about a 2-score game. Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Yellow. Set.
Here's Swift to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Pass play coming here. He set up the screen here to Swift. Along the sideline, past midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. They managed 22 on the rim and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
He's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Throwing on seconds. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders cut it to a field goal game.
Raiders 21.
Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive.
Okay, ready?
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Thompson. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Thompson's pass.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
Set. Hut. Set.
Wright running out of the gun. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. This one goes for 3 yards. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Come on. Set. Ready.
They go play action on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hut. Hut.
Running from the pistol. It's Wright. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready. Ready. Ready.
Right again. And that short gain is enough for a new set it down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
So first down from the 41.
Ready, ready. 33, yellow. Set, go.
Now Thompson to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's stopped at the 31-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Second down carry for A.J. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Ready.
To throw, Thompson. Dumps it off to his running back. Now all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line, second down.
Here we go. Set,
Thompson back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher, and I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long.
Here we go. Set. 52 blue. Set, cut.
Here he goes, third and long. To the left side, it's pulled in by Waddle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Jalen Waddle. An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. The Dolphins have it and just have to close this out to continue on in the playoffs. So a big kick coming up for Brandon Aubrey. He was good on his first attempt and a second from a little over 45 here. Cracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Down.
Throwing off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. That's completed right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
20 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory.
Set. Smash. Red. Red. 38. Cut.
Pass play on first and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
This is Genty on second. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A pickup of 17. And that's a Vegas first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Block 40. Hut.
Now give to Murray. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Blue check. Come on, set.
And off to Genty. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st down, Las Vegas.
1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up.
Let's go now. 60 red. Ready?
Here's Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders come through to tie it in the 4th.
Touchdown, Raiders.
They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready?
Throwing now, Thompson. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this is going to be Raiders football.
You know, Kate, defenders today on top, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
On the double.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Set.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Steal. Black. Hut.
Throwing in on 2nd down. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Jacobs running behind center. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Set. Ready. Ready.
He'll toss it, Genty. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Ready. Set. Hut.
Looking to throw. Catch made. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Goal at the 2-yard line.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
Give up the guns. It's Genty. And he's in for the touchdown. The Raiders capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you instantly think of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Here's Thompson. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. That throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Set. Ready.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready.
Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal.
Let's go now. Set.
Here's Thompson. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins down by only 2 in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the 4th quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though.
The Raiders take over.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
On the set.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10.
Ready.
This is Murray. He dodged the tackle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
One like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Raiders pushing to get within range for a game winner. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Shot. 17. Come on. Ready.
They'll go play action. complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
There has been a constant for tight ends through the decades, from Kellen Winslow to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. When you are big and you've got length and use your body against those defenders, even double coverage can't stop you.
Genty from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
38-yard line.
On the ready. Ready. Cut.
Going left side, Bowers has it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Set cut. Set cut.
This is Genty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Medical staff hurrying out to the field after that play, Brock. Looks like somebody was injured, and oh, no, it is running back Ashton Genty. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Got it.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Blue check. Let's go. Ready.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. From the left hash, 34 yards away. And that one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that kick? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's intercepted. And the Raiders make the play that should win them this game. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. He's found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if you were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. Yeah. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air. And you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take care of that football.